Today we're firing this thing up. So got it all installed, motor mounts are all in, primary's on, belt drive, everything. Super sweet setup from Shortsters. Look him up if you want to do one of these builds. Makes it way simpler. Everything else is on. The generator is on, and I have one wire running up to just a headlight, so there's some load on it. But there's no battery. There's no battery because I've swapped it over to a magneto. So we'll be running a magneto off the timer. Well, not timer, but the tack setup down here at the bottom. Mikuni carb, not for aircraft use. Super sweet, old 38. Should run really good. It ran pretty good with it before. Split rocker boxes, all those are on. All the lines are ran, and I primed the oil system. I'm running clear lines right now because I'm not gonna run an oil pressure gauge on this motor. So I want to make sure everything's working right and it's pumping, doing everything it's supposed to do before I do anything else with it. I see the old gas tank and everything back on it. You can see the blue color pill tank. I did pull that out since I've already got the mounts and everything set up for that. And I'm gonna use this for the fire up. Still need to buff all this, but I didn't want to get gas and everything all over the brand new tank. So just grabbed one of the old ones off the shelf. This is the original one that came on this bike, you know, when I bought it, but it's gonna go on to something else further down the road. And we're gonna play around with this thing, get it running today. Okay, so I got the fan running in the background. You guys are gonna hear that the whole time. Let's see, a screwdriver. All right, there you go. Back running again. Magneto seems to work great. Everything's doing fine. The belt drive is tracking good. All this is good. Everything else seems to be working just how it's supposed to. No weird noises. The rocker boxes up here, I was worried about those. They don't look like they're leaking. It's not smoking, so the rings have seated. About as good as a scenario as I could think of. This whole thing. It's a mixed match of parts and just random stuff, and then taking an Ironhead motor, legitimately cutting it in half, chopping up other parts of a few other motors and frames and everything else and getting it back together. The only thing I can see that might be some sort of an issue is the generator's not putting out. Well, it didn't turn the headlight on. So either, there's one of two options. The fact that I don't have anything else on the system and I just blew that headlight bulb out. I've done that before, so that wouldn't really surprise me that much. But we'll find that out later. That's no big deal. I can sort all that out after the fact. So at this point, we're going to drain the gas back out of it. I know it works. I know it runs. Motor's sound. So now I can start working through mounting the fender, fixing all this other random stuff, get all my other brackets made. I am going to figure out some way to run the Ironhead rear wheel on this setup, just because I think that's going to throw people off even more looking at this. So I've got to work through either a cable actuation or a rod or something that's going to go over to the right hand side for the rear brake. That's the major portion I have to figure out in the next little bit, but just glad the motor's together, running good, because it worried me. And when you take a Sawzall something, you wonder if it's ever going to run again, but it does. So we are good.